Are you sitting at home ordering food? Are you chatting with your friends on social media? Or are you binge watching your favorite web series? Well, if you are, you ought to thank the World Wide Web for it. In 2019, WWW turned 30. So without any ado, let's debunk for you what is the World Wide Web. First of all, the World Wide Web is not the same as Internet. Let us tell you how. The Internet is the network used by people to connect devices, while the World Wide Web is the whole universe of network-accessible information. The World Wide Web is simply a collection of interconnected system of public web pages that are accessible through the Internet. While the Internet has been around since the 1960s, the World Wide Web came into existence only in 1989. If the World Wide Web is a tall skyscraper with multiple floors, the Internet is the elevator that would take you from one floor to another. Interestingly, the World Wide Web isn't owned by anyone. It belongs to everyone. Anyone can set up a web page or access any web page on the web. However, one might have to pay the internet service provider for getting access and a hosting company to rent web space. But who invented the World Wide Web? Why did we feel the need to create this pool of information for everyone to access easily worldwide? Say hi to Tim Berners-Lee, the founder of the World Wide Web. It all started when everyone at CERN, Switzerland's famous particles physics lab, was frustrated because of the different computers they had to log in from to access different pieces of information. So, Tim Berners-Lee, a CERN employee, went on to write a proposal for an information management system known as WWW. Fun fact: when Berners-Lee submitted his World Wide Web information management proposal to his boss, Mike Sandel, he wrote a remark saying, "Vague but exciting," not realizing just how powerful a tool it was going to become in a few decades. Did you know that World Wide Web wasn't the only name considered by Berners-Lee? The options in the mix were mine of information, the information mine, and even information mesh. Then Berners-Lee and his colleagues started writing the code for WWW. And guess which computer was used for the task? It was a NEXT computer developed by Steve Jobs. On 6th August 1991, when the world's first ever website, http://info.cern.ch was launched, only Berners-Lee and his colleagues had the browser to access it. But in 1993, the organization announced it would be free for everyone. Almost 3 decades have gone by since, and today we have more than 2 billion websites active on the internet. But have you ever wondered why it is called a web? Unlike books, our brain does not process information linearly. Rather, it creates a chain of thoughts, memories, and emotions, forming a loose connected network, like a spider web. Tim Berners-Lee wanted to mimic the human brain while organizing information on the World Wide Web. Thus, hyperlinks were born. These not only linked one web page with another, but also redirected users to more relevant pages with more information. What a genius idea! As of today, more than 5,47,200 websites are created worldwide every day. So with every passing minute, 380 new websites are created. The numbers are increasing every day with increasing access to the internet. Always remember, the World Wide Web is a gift to humanity, so you better use it wisely and safely. See you on the next episode with another path-breaking story only on Mind Wars.